Let's hope we are going live now. I'm just going to have to check it and just make sure that we are indeed live and my audio is right also, because I've been having issues with that. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. I'll mute that. So I decided to start the Q&A series. I got plenty of questions in my post for you, and I'll take them as they were posted, because it's going to be a lot easier for me to keep track of what I've answered already and what needs to be answered. So the first question is actually in the title of the video, which is: please tell us signs that indicate you have childhood trauma, some common ones and a few uncommon characteristics. I'm going to tag you in the comments. Let me just see if I can actually tag you now. So just in case you are online. Yeah. So I've tagged you in the comments. Hopefully you'll be able to jump online so you can see my answer to your question as I deliver it. So first of all, our cells, each and every cell in our body, has its own ear-dropping system or whispering system, which means that every cell in our body is equipped with a structure that enables them to listen and to store the energy of every thought that we think and every belief that we create, because obviously we think according to our beliefs. Yeah. Now the second thing is, in RTT, one of the three common, or the main three reasons why people suffer and they are in pain, is because they believe that the cure that they need doesn't exist, or they think that if it exists, it's not available to them. This can be from any external or internal reasons, reasons that ultimately are only excuses for them to stay in that state, in that situation. So I wanted to start with that, because that is basically the base of the unhealed childhood trauma. Yeah. Because you create these beliefs, and every single cell in your body will have this belief, will react to it, basically. Okay. And when I say childhood trauma, it can be anything. It can be anything and everything: physical, psychological, emotional, whatever you want. Yeah. You have, for example, you have kids that have everything that they could wish for. Yeah. Material things. Yeah. They have houses, they have money, they have friends, they have everything, but they don't have, or at least maybe they don't perceive as they have the support and the approval of the parent, which in turn creates a belief that I am not good enough. Regardless of whatever I have, I'll never be good enough. So it only depends. And we, don't get me wrong, we all have it. We all have some traumas from our childhood, but that doesn't mean that the parents did that intentionally or not. So this is not about judging them. Okay. Then We let me just see if I put it everything. Yeah. So because we have these beliefs, when you want something, that is your soul intention, your soul's desire to have it. Yeah. Um, that's how our soul creates. Yeah. It's all related to our purpose, to our creativity, and how we um, experience life and how we experience the world. Now, because you resist your true desires, your soul desires, from or because of all these childhood traumas that are unhealed, um, this will manifest in any way and in every way. So it's very hard for me to tell you common symptoms and not so common because they are so wide in their range. They go from anger, resentment, anxiety, depression, so sadness, everything that's on that scale, on the emotional scale, everything that has to do with the self, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, yeah, everything that's on that side. Anything that has to do with addiction, alcohol, cigarettes, drugs, sex, I don't know, gambling, all of that. Physical things, skin conditions, hair conditions, um, sleep disorders, anything and everything. But most importantly, unhealed childhood traumas will manifest as fears: fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of success, just fear, a lot of fear. And most importantly, one of the most important ones, fear of being alone and fear of abandonment. This is related then with the codependency, which is related to abuse and everything else. But at the base is fear of not being alone and fear of abandonment. Once you have that something, you don't want to let it go, or it's very hard to let it go. So it's a biggie there. Now, how you can fix that? There are a couple of ways to fix that. Obviously, RTT is one of them because you get to the root cause of any limiting beliefs you may have. But on conscious level, in order to overcome that, you need to take action on what scares the shit out of you or the crap out of you, yeah? Now, I'll give you an example so you know what I'm talking about. If you walk down the street and you see a car, a red car, a new car, whatever color, it doesn't matter. Color, make, model, doesn't matter. But it's a car that you like it, yeah? And you think, oh, that's a really nice car. I wish I could have that car. Because of whatever limiting beliefs you have, usually the chain of thoughts is as it follows. I can't afford that car. If I do want to afford it, I would have to get a second job. If I get a second job, I would work 60 hours per week. If I work 60 hours per week, I won't be able to see my friends or to have a social life or have time to find that special someone to spend the rest of my life with. And this is like this in an instant. Now, in that split second, you associated going for your desire to being alone because you won't meet that special someone. Yeah? If you don't meet him, you're going to be alone for the rest of your life and in pain and in misery. Yeah? And because you make the association in that split second, your brain will go, well, you know what? No, actually, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do nothing for you to help you get that car, because if you get that car, you're going to die alone. And what does it happen? You want the car. So this is a process that happens either consciously or unconsciously, depending on your awareness to your thoughts. Now, if you followed through until now, you know that the brain will only do what is familiar, yeah, and it won't go in the unknown, in the unfamiliar. So it's not going to do anything. You will still want the car, but your mind won't do anything to help you get that. So, and this is just a car. Yeah, I'm not talking about the bigger, more important things. This is just a car. There's always a reason behind it. There's always that fear that, as I said, at the bottom is fear of being alone, fear of abandonment, or in other cases, some kind of shame that is related to it. Shame is the worst, and is the first one that you need to work on. Anyway, so think about kids to finish my example. Yeah, if because we say kids are pure souls because they don't have that conditioning, that programming that goes with the age. If they don't get what they want, what do? They throw tantrums, yeah? They start screaming and yelling and shouting and getting mad and banging and even punching. They're like, no, I want that and I just want it. They don't take no for an answer. That's exactly the same thing that happens when you don't go for your soul desires, when you don't go for the car. Your soul is going to have a tantrum, and that's going to manifest by you getting angry, depressed, anxious, worried. That will decrease your self-esteem because you're going to be like, why the hell am I in this mood? Something wrong with me. I'm not good enough, worthy enough, beautiful enough, smart enough, whatever enough. So I hope this answers your question, my darling. As I said, there are different modalities to heal any childhood trauma. One of them is RTT, as you already know, and it does offer phenomenal results. That being said, let me know what you thought in the comments, if this helped you, and I'll start answering the other questions also. So until next time, my darlings, see you.